Welcome to Owen Mugis TV. This channel is all about family lives, traveling, and documents information. Please stay tuned for life-changing videos. Hi YouTube, how are you guys doing today? It's been a while, of course. So how are you guys doing? So today's video, I'm going to be talking shortly about this app called Vinted. This app, I've talked about this in my previous video. This app is used for selling, for buying also of second-hand clothes and then new. Okay, there are some things you have in your house and then you don't need them anymore. You can place them on announcement in this Vinted app and you can sell it. Okay, so that you can get an extra money added to your salary. Okay, so today I'm going to be talking about this Vinted in England, in the UK, especially in the UK. Okay, we should know that this Vinted is different from the difference between the UK Vinted and the other parts of the world, like Europe and other parts of the places, Spain, Italy, and France, Holland, Belgium. So there's a very, very big difference. So that's what I'm going to be discussing today. There are many people that have asked. Somebody have asked me, sir, he said, I cannot use my Vinted in England. I told him that you cannot be able to use this Vinted in England because of some restrictions, because since they have been out of the European Union, so things have changed. Okay, so that's what we are going to be discussing today. Please, if you know today is your first day of coming across this channel, just hit the subscribe button, please, and don't forget to hit the notification bell as well, so that whenever I bring up important videos like this, you'll be the first to catch it. Okay, thank you very much and stay blessed as we proceed on this video. If you are going to spend a season in the United Kingdom and you are interested in using Vinted platform in England, okay, this post is of interest to you. This post is for you. The truth is that it is fantastic option when you go on a trip and you forgot some clothes, or simply you cannot load all the clothes you want in your suitcase. Of course, it happens. Okay, if that is your case, you should know that the details of how Vinted works in England, since it does not work in the same way as Spain. That's what I'm going to be explaining. Okay. The first thing you should know is that the Vinted in England is only used to buy in the country. That is only used to buy in UK, in England. That is, the sales is limited to the United Kingdom. Okay, okay. This has to do with the Brexit, as I said earlier, the process and how electronic commerce was regulated since the United Kingdom left the European Union. Okay, in the same way that from Spain you can buy and sell to different countries in the community, such as Italy, France, Belgium, Portugal, Holland, etc. In Great Britain, you cannot do that. You can't do it. This greatly limits the volume of supply and demand. And in this sense, Vinted in England presents a much more limited product catalog, okay, than Vinted in Spain and any other places. Okay. Another interesting details is that the Vinted application in England can only be installed once the location of your mobile indicates that you are located in United Kingdom. Okay, because otherwise you cannot you can access the web version from your browser, but you cannot buy, sell, or download the app. Okay, you can access it, of course, but you can't buy anything. You can only access it, viewing what people are selling, but you can't buy. Okay, so as you have to register in England to do so, because if you don't register in England, you cannot be able to buy and sell. Okay, so by registering in England, you need to know that your location have to be in England. Sorry, have to be in the UK. Okay, before you can access it fully. Remember that in order to register, you must indicate a different email too from the one you have already registered before with in Vinted of Spain or Holland or France or any other places. Okay, otherwise you will not be able to log in to the application. You know that although Vinted indicates that in Vinted and terms and conditions, they said that it is impossible to register with more than one account. Since it is in this case, since it is a different location than the usual one, it is not considered an infringement. Okay, so you can use it. You can use another email to register in England, in UK. Okay, another important detail is the one that has to do with the payment method. Okay, that can be used in the Vinted in UK. Although in Spain, Holland, and France, Italy, any other places, you can pay by credit card, debit card, or PayPal. You can pay with that. In the United Kingdom, you only have the option of using a bank card. Okay, PayPal is not accepted as a payment method in UK. Okay, so you can't use that. You can only use bank card, your card. Okay, and keep in mind that the prices will appear in pounds. So if you pay with a credit card associated with Italy, France, Holland account or Spanish account, the bank will charge you a commission for currency exchange. Okay, okay, they will charge you, of course. There will be a difference. There will be differences. Okay, so for example, you are paying £10, and they're going to charge you. If you are paying euros and you are using your card, they're going to pay. They're going to charge you the commission and everything. So you're going to be expecting to pay more than £10, of course. Okay, and these cars are and if you don't want to do that, the best thing is that in the case of escaping that, you need to use the Revolut and or the Wise type card to make your purchases abroad. Okay, so use your Wise and this your Wise type card to make your purchases when you are abroad. Okay, these cards can present a series of peculiarities with the respect of the usual credit or debit cards. With them you can pay in different currencies. Okay, for example, in euro, in any other currency, you can pay with them. Okay, with your mobile and transfer currencies to the card from your own bank account in your country without commissions. Okay. If you need more information about it, you can go to their website, Vinted. You will know more about about the card. Okay. So let's talk about the shipments and how it work. So shipments they both work quite similar to how they do in Spain, France, and Belgium. So, however, there are a couple of aspects that are different, and this sometimes it worth it. Okay, so when we are talking about the differences, we're talking about is the UK using the second class shipping. UK use second class shipping. What do we mean by second class shipping? Okay, Vinted in England offers a modality that does not exist in Vinted in any other places. Second class shipping is an economic shipping option with a tracking number. Okay. If, for example, if the buyer chooses this shipping method, the seller must fill in the details from the Royal Mail. That's for example, like in Spain, they say Correos. In UK, they say Royal Mail, their Royal Mail, okay? The website of the Royal Mail, and pay for the shipment out of his or her pocket. The seller have to pay out of his or her pocket. It's just like eBay, something like that. Okay. Then later, Vinted will pay you back the charge. Okay, but together with the amount that the buyer have used in purchasing your goods. Okay, so they will pay you back. Okay, so there's no problem about that. So, for example, the small pack is usually very cheap, about £2, I guess. But I don't know what the price of the larger packs can be. Okay, you can check that in the Royal Mail and website. Okay, thank you very much. Then the deadline for collection, for example, in Spain or in Italy or in France or in Belgium or in Holland, the period for collection both at a post office and at a collection point is usually 15 days, as we all know. But in the United Kingdom, you have a period of 7 working days to collect your package from when you will receive the first notification. When your goods come to the picking point, you will receive a notification. From that day you receive notification, count it to 7 working days. Okay. So, in case you do not do it, the package will be returned to the seller, of course, and the buyer will receive will receive a negative evaluation from the Vinted team, just like in Spain and Italy, Holland, just as the same thing. Okay, so to escape that negative something that negative evaluation, so you need to collect it before 7 days in UK. Okay. So, well, let's talk about the package lost in a shipment. Okay, as you know, in France, in Spain, or in other places, you must wait for more than 4 weeks for the status of the order to be updated before it is considered as a lost package. But Vinted in England or in UK contemplates a different procedure than the Vinted in Spain and other places. If the seller contacts Vinted support, give the lack of update information on a shipment for more than a week, okay, on the carrier's own website, Vinted will cancel the transaction immediately. Okay, the seller will receive a compensation of £50, and the buyer the full amount of their purchase. Okay, in the same payment method used to making when the same payment method they used when the payment was made within 5 working days. Okay, so let us talk about the return and refunds. Also, in this aspect, Vinted UK work differently than Vinted in any other places. The return costs are borne by the buyer. This does not change on any other platform. It's like Spain also they do that. In England and in France they also do that. But what's different in that is that in England, once the seller has received the package back, Vinted will only pay you the price you paid for the item, not the initial shipping cost or the buyer protection fee, as they used to do in Vinted in Spain and France and any other places. Okay, they don't do that. So this policy can act as a disincentive to both making a return and reselling the item you bought from the seller for £1 to avoid a return. You already know that in Spain or any other place, one of the options is for the seller to buy back the items from you on the Vinted for €1, so that the buyer does not have to pay the return cost. That's the method they use in Spain and any other places. Okay. Therefore, this alternative procedure is not advantageous for the buyer in the United Kingdom. Whatever you do, you are not going to get a full refund, of course, on your purchase. Okay. So if you are going to pay close to £5 to return an item that may have cost you £5, it's probably not worth it. Of course, it does not worth it. So I have tried to summarize all those significant aspects that differentiate Vinted in the UK and Vinted in Spain and any other places, so that you know exactly what you are going to find when you buy on this platform. Okay, if you can think of any more, I did happy to meet them to explain them to you again in my next video. Okay. So thank you very much for listening to this video. Thank you for watching this video. Thank you all you've done for me, my people. Thank you for your subscription. Thank you for your love. Thank you for your kindness. God bless you. Please don't forget to share this video to your friends and family and and lovers, so that they will still watch it also. There are some people that might be willing to hear this message, to see this differentiation between the Vinted of Spain and Italy with the Vinted of UK. So there's a big difference. So people don't know. There's some people they travel to the UK, they can't use their Vinted they have before in Spain. So it's very difficult for them. So this is a very vital information to people, to sellers in online that uses Vinted as one of their selling app, so that they'll be able to get information on how they're going to go about it. Okay, please share this video, and don't forget to hit the subscribe button and notification bell as well, so that when I bring up some videos, which I'm going to be bringing up very soon, you will be the first person to catch it. Okay, thank you very much, and I wish you a happy day. God bless you. Bye bye.